It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Hey, it's Gnarley Charley. Welcome to Inside the Patch. I've got the Grim Raider with me right here. He's part of Professional Football's Ultimate Fan Association. Did I say that correct?
Yes, sir. You got it.
I got it right?
You got it right.
So if people don't know who Grim is, he dresses up like the Grim Raider. You're always on TV. I know you've been in a few games. But I've never really noticed, but you kind of starting to look like a little bit like Max Crosby. There's a little Max in you. Maybe it's the beard, even though he doesn't have one.
It's the anger coming out.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is exactly. So tell me, in the last couple of weeks, what's your Raider journey been in the last couple of weeks?
Man, it's definitely been a journey. Me and my wife decided to make a trip this year instead of doing a whole ton of games alone. Decided to do a trip with her, and we hit up the New Orleans game, the Jacksonville game, and just about every spot in between on the way there.
Wow! And
it was definitely it was a great trip, an amazing trip, minus a little bit of a really bad football in between.
Well, the Saints game was just the worst probably Raider performance in the history of the whole team, I think, or close.
You know me. I've sat at well over 100 games, and I've traveled. I think I got 15 stadiums knocked out now. Yeah, I've never spent as much time in a seat as I did at that Saints game, because there was at no point did I have a single thing to even get excited about. We never even made it past the 50-yard line.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And then Jacksonville. I mean,
Jacksonville was cool. That stadium's nice. The fans there were amazing. Even walking out after the loss, you had a little bit of people talking smack to you, but that's the fun in traveling, anyways. But overall, Jacksonville was a good experience. If we could, maybe score in the second half, that would have been great. But overall, Jacksonville is definitely up there in top 5 of my stadiums.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not going to the playoffs. I don't know.
Hey, there's still that 1% chance that they're showing online.
So there is a chance. So we're not mathematically out yet.
I think every star has to align in the universe for it to happen. But damn it, it's there.
We'd have to run the table. All right. So where are you standing on this? I mean, we had such high hopes, and then it is what it is. So. Where are you at?
I think a lot of the team is just given not given up, but their heart isn't in it anymore. How much can you just put up with heartbreak after heartbreak?
Right.
And you got Max Crosby out there that is just, you could tell he is pouring his all into every single play, whether we're up, down, first play of the game, last play of the game, he's right there.
Yeah.
And you look over the sidelines and you got Josh McDaniels on the sidelines that just, you don't get any emotion out of him. And that's the thing I miss about Gruden. You knew what he was thinking. He didn't have to say anything. You knew what was on his mind. He showed that emotion in that fight. McDaniels just doesn't have it.
Well, and so many players have come and gone, and I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know where to go with this. I don't even know what to root for, because now, if we win out, then we get that middle draft choice. I don't want us to lose it. Tank. We're not going to do that. That's just not our way. But
I'm sure you can appreciate this. We're both from Fresno, so we have a soft spot in our heart for Derek Carr. I love Carr to death. When he got drafted to us, it was one of the most amazing things being a Raiders fan is we had a local boy on the team. And now everybody absolutely just slams him and throws everything down on him, even though there's a 53-man roster out there.
Right, exactly.
And everything comes down on him, but there's no other quarterbacks in the NFL that catch as much flack as he does. And he may not be playing at the top level. He's definitely not playing his best football right now or making his best choices. But there's much worse options out there than Derek Carr. And I'm tired of seeing everybody throwing the entire book down on him when he's one man out of everyone.
Well, when we went to the playoffs and he got hurt, we had a real expensive line. And one of the reasons to get the other people, we had to take that line down and get less, I guess, competent linemen. And I'm not blaming anybody. They're pros. They're all good. But he's kind of, he's got 2 seconds and he's down. It's like no one could do that. you know?
He's running for he's doing exactly what his brother did when he was in Houston. He's running for his life every play, and
Right.
he's just not that scrambling quarterback. So we either need a scrambling quarterback that's going to be able to run from everybody trying to kill him, or we need to spend the money on the O-line and get, some better pocket protection in there for him. And right now, it seems like everybody wanted offense. They wanted these weapons. Well, when you can't get the ball to those weapons, they don't do any good.
Right. Well, so Josh McDaniel, I heard now he's locked into a 4-year deal. So the only way for us to change him would be to pay that money out, which I don't think Mark Davis is willing to do. But I did hear Mark Davis say, Josh is doing a great job. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I guess he didn't have a choice. If he doesn't say that, well, then he's got to spend the money to get a new coach. But what's your take on all that?
I think McDaniel should have been gone 2 weeks ago. As soon as we lost that game to the Saints, we were already having a bad season. We lost that game to the Saints. There was nothing. If you make it one half and you never make it past the 50-yard line, something's got to change in game. He did nothing to change the game aspect. So at that point, you had already reprimanded him a couple games prior. You got to pull him in, and sometimes you just got to cut your losses. And granted, their losses are 7-figure losses when they let something go, but he's not producing. And when he got hired, we weren't in the middle of a rebuild, and now suddenly it's a matter of rebuilding the team.
Well, it's like, like The Apprentice. Someone's got to take responsibility. Who was in charge? Oh, okay. Well, you're fired.
Absolutely.
I've got no loyalty to him. I don't know if I'm sure we can't get Gruden back, but maybe we can. Maybe we get that lawsuit out.
Once that lawsuit gets done, no telling.
Yeah, who knows?
He may want to come back just to give a big screw you to the NFL.
Exactly. All right, so overall, season we're 2-7. We're playing the Denver Broncos in a game that I was so looking forward to. I thought this was going to be a huge game. Russell Wilson, us in Denver, some playoff implications on the line.
Yeah, no playoff implications. Now it's just we don't want to be bottom of our division, so we need to beat Denver for the second time.
Right.
It's, like you said, it's a matter of draft picks now. We don't want to be middle of the pack. If we end up, top 5, I think we're going to end up with a new quarterback. And then the decision needs to be made. Do we release Carr and just commit to a rookie quarterback and what he's going to do? Or do we keep Carr for another year? Because at the end of this year, they can release him and not owe him any money.
Yeah, I think they save he made his contract very friendly to get Devontae here, and it was all based on his, he took a deal, a prove it deal. And, I personally, I would like them to draft a quarterback, but keep Carr for a year or two, but
He'd be
I don't
a
even
great
know.
mentor.
Yeah. And I just don't know. But you know what? I'm still a Raider fan. I still love the team. I think, we don't get to make those decisions. We get to root and decide, okay, that's where we're going. And that's all we got. But it's just disappointing.
After all these years, you'd think it would get easier. How many years? Right. I can't tell you how many times I drove to Oakland during my 11-hour drive, and we're going down there, and we're 0-8, and I'm still just as happy as can be driving down there. But now, for some reason, this traveling, my next game is Seattle in 2 weeks, which is essentially a home game for me. And even I'm sitting back like, man, do I waste the time? Do I waste all this money that I've been spending following this team and go to the game, or do I just watch it from home? Because it doesn't seem like their heart's in it. Why should mine be? Right. Never going to stop rooting for them. Never going to stop being a Raider fan, but it's just hard to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars each season to go and watch it.
All right. So where's our silver lining? What do you, I mean, next year, the Super Bowl is a home game for us. Is that crazy? If we just blow out of this season, whatever happens, but then next year we get to play a home game in the Super Bowl. That's all I can think of,
And I had hopes for that at the beginning of this year. I didn't think that we were Super Bowl bound this year because we had a lot of new people coming together. Right. And so trying to put that together in 1 year, I figured we'd make a playoff run again. And then next year it was like, all right, Super Bowl Las Vegas. We're going to have our own stadium just like Tampa did. It was going to be perfect. But the way we're performing now, and them using the word rebuild, man, it's scary because last time the rebuild seemed like we were in it for 8, 10, 12 years before we even had a shot at anything.
Yeah, that was a rebirth. We had to wait for people to be born to be on the team. All right. Well, hey, man, thank you so much. Grim, let's not be grim. Let's turn that frown upside down, okay?
Oh, well, you'll see me first row, and when I go to Seattle, I'm sitting first row in the Hawks Nest, so you'll see me out there yelling. So hopefully it's not a replay of New Orleans. I can actually get up and yell and scream and be happy about something.
That'd be great. All right, Grim, thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.